Let's go. It's time. Sports Center with Stephen A.
Thank you, everyone, for tuning in to the Stephen A. Smith Show. And today from ESPN The Ocho, we have Rodney, who recently did a piece on Andy McMahon running for Student Council Exec. So, Rodney, thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me, Stephen A. Smith. Huge moment in my career to break free from the Ocho and be on a show like yours. Real sports.
Of course, yes, of course. So, speaking of Andy, I want to know what drove you and what gave you the passion to do a bit on Andy McMahon running for Student Council Exec.
Well, first of all, I was getting paid by the Ocho to be there. You know, it's part of my job. I also heard he was a basketball player, and that's a sport, and we're big about sports here at ESPN.
All right, well, Rodney, you got to remember, we're talking about Andy McMahon here. Of course, he plays basketball, but we're talking about Student Council Exec. Now, what do you think Student Council Exec-wise he has to offer to the school?
Well, for Student Council Exec, I can't really tell you how qualified he is, as I only saw him from a distance. I don't know if he's the best option out there for the job.
Rodney, let me stop you there. All right? First of all, he's qualified. He's experienced. We're talking about Andy McMahon here. He's been in student council since he was a sophomore here at Broomfield. He's been doing student council at Cole, at Broomfield Heights Middle School, and now he is here. He does the work. He does the community service. He's creative. He makes videos. Look at his posters, his ideas, his enthusiasm. You see the work. I've seen the work, and I've seen what he does in class. I've been there firsthand. He's part of a committee, and he's going to sign him up to it, all right? He does anything you want him to. Student council one year signed Jack Vanderberg, who was on crack. If he can get in, if he can get onto the student council exec board, then Andy will be able to get in.
Well, Stephen A. Smith, maybe I take back what I said about Andy McMahon. I only knew about the sports as I'm from ESPN.
Well, of course you did, from the Ocho. All you guys know is basketball, which, speaking of which, Andy McMahon knows everything about basketball and sports. He is on the basketball team, and he does more than sports. He is a part of Blue Crew. He's a natural-born leader. You see him go to the events. You see him. I've seen him at theater shows. I hear him at the football games. He knows the players, the people, the actors. He stays connected with everyone on his campaign. What's that thing that he does with the one girl that does the art? Art with Allie?
Yeah, I've seen Art with Allie.
He connects with the people, knows the people. I know for a fact if Andy sees you in the hallway, he's going to say hi to you. He also knows what he's doing in class. His GPA is a 3.8. He knows what he's doing in school.
Well, Stephen A. Smith, the more you're talking, the more I see Andy McMahon as a perfectly qualified candidate for Student Council Exec Board.
You know Andy outside of school? Do you know what he does outside of Broomfield?
No, I just saw him that one time from a distance.
Well, he does a whole lot outside of Broomfield, too. I've seen him firsthand. He is an older brother to a younger sister. And he's also got a twin brother. I don't know who's older, but he sure acts like an older brother to him, too. They're both mentors to each other. He also stays in his quarantine to protect his family. He doesn't want to get them the virus. He wants to stay safe. He knows what he's doing. He's not doing anything when people are looking. All right? He's also a camp leader at Big Blue. He's a 2-time champion. He knows what he's doing there. He's a Kara track leader for the young kids. He has experience working with young kids. He's working with freshmen now, too, if he's going to be on the exec board. He is the top dog at Broomfield, and he has experience with younger kids. So obviously you're going to put him on the exec board because he's going to know what he's going to do with younger children who are not developed yet. He knows what to do. He is born and raised here locally also. He belongs here. Andy to Broomfield is like LeBron to Cleveland. He's got the stats of Michael Jordan. He's got the status of LeBron James. He's got the legacy. Excuse me. He's got the history of both. We don't say legacy here. I remember that now.
Well, Stephen A. Smith, all I can say is, wow, you really hit me with those sports references here as I'm from ESPN. And I feel like Andy McMahon, I'm going to vote for him for Stuco Exec.
Thank you. And I would, too. If I had the eligibility to vote for Andy McMahon, I would 100 times over.
Well, Mr. Stephen A. Smith, thanks for having me out on your show. You really brought a realization to me that Andy McMahon is most likely the best candidate for Broomfield High School Student Council Exec Board. Thanks for having me.
Of course. Thank you for coming on, Rodney. It was an honor.
The honor's all mine.
I watch the Ocho every day. It's all I can watch now.
That's good to hear. A lot of hard work going in the Ocho.
You have a good one.
Hey, everybody. This is Andy McMahon. Thank you for watching the video. And I'd also like to thank Jack Vanderberg for helping out, obviously being Stephen A. Smith. He was a Student Council Exec Board member for the 2018-2019 school year. So, yeah, thank you for your help with this, Jack. And remember, vote for Andy. He'll come in handy.